Good morning, all, depending when you're watching this. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, I had a voice for radio. So today, we are having another installment of the news. And when I say news, I of course mean the Pokemon news, not that regular depressing news. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is the cheery Pokemon news, and it starts with some very big news indeed. The most recent Pokemon, the last Pokemon as it stands at the moment, has been officially revealed by Pokemon. It's Zeraora, and it's some kind of electric cat thing. Now, we all knew this was coming. It is Pokemon number 807. It is the very last one we have at the moment. We knew it was coming because people data mined it from Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but we didn't actually have an official reveal yet. Now we do. It's on the official Pokemon website, and we know a few details. 4'11". Quite small, £98, been watching its figure, purely electric type, first time we've had this from mythical Pokemon, and it is the Thunderclap Pokemon, but we have more. Apparently, the mythical Pokemon Zeraora appears like a thunderbolt. This Pokemon creates a powerful magnetic field by emitting strong electric currents from the pads on its hands and feet. It can use this magnetic field to levitate and move through the air at high speed. Its max speed is said to be about the same as that of a lightning strike. That, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty gosh darn fast. And although this was not officially revealed by Pokemon themselves, we do have some stats which people have gone and found. The speed is nuts. 143 is a fantastically fast amount of speed. Not quite up there with Pheromosa, who's got 151, but still pretty gosh darn fast. We also see a high attack and a high special attack, but not the most offensive Pokemon ever, but certainly one that could be either special or physical attacker. And of course, we do have a signature move here. It is Plasma Fist, an electric physical move, 100 power, 100 accuracy, and then normal type moves are changed to electric type moves for the remainder of the current turn, which of course is relevant because Zeraora is immune to electric type attacks, which means that if you change all normal to electric, you gain yourself a little bit of the old immunity. Now, what does this mean for the Pokemon trading card game? Well, it means we can probably expect a Zeraora card fairly soon, and I can't guarantee that it's going to be a GX card, but introducing these mythical Pokemon with GXs is something we like to do. I mean, Magina was introduced with an EX card, for instance, and I know they're not mythical Pokemon, but we did see all of the Ultra Beasts like Buzzwole were introduced with GX cards, so I can't tell you we're definitely getting a Zeraora GX, but I am saying it's overwhelmingly likely. That, of course, is very interesting, because Japan has Sun and Moon 7A coming soon, and well, they've been a little bit cagey, to be perfectly honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. They've not been giving us all of the information. We've not got a name, we've got a dummy booster pack image, but no more than that. Is this because they are going to be introducing it in Sun and Moon 7A? I'm personally a little bit reticent, because they generally tend to introduce new Pokemon in mainline sets in Japan. Sun and Moon 7A is, of course, a little mini set coming in between main sets. But the timing is working out beautifully for Sun and Moon 7A, and even though we do get dummy booster pack images a lot for these sets, and it doesn't necessarily mean all that much, the fact that we don't have a name yet does seem kind of telling. We can assume that it's going to have free retreat, because the speed is very, very fast, and we can assume it's going to have low energy attack costs, with probably some moves which get quite high under certain circumstances. I mean, it's not quite as extreme as Pheromosa as a Pokemon. It's much more balanced, but certainly something like Pheromosa is about where we would be expecting this. We could also see a lower HP, something along the lines of Marshadow, because the defense and HP are relatively low for a mythical Pokemon. And actually, while we're here, I suppose it's worth pointing out that Marshadow is also a Pokemon that was introduced in a main set in Japan, and also was introduced as a GX. The first Marshadow we got was a GX, which lends more credence to my Zeraora is going to be a GX theory. We don't know a huge amount about it, but as always, ladies and gentlemen, I shall be keeping you updated, and anything you need to know about Zeraora, I will be letting you know. Speculation for the time being, but it's official, and that's cool. But there are some new sets to tell you about, some new little products you need to know, and these come from Matthew Verive, Immunity on Twitter, and he's showing us a shiny Zygarde-GX box. Now, we knew this was coming. We knew it was coming in June, but we do have a picture now. And, I mean, it's alright, but it's not as good as the other Zygarde-GX. GX attack, 4 energy, 120 for each energy card your opponent has in their hand. It's alright, and do remember that we are getting Bonnie in Forbidden Light, and Bonnie will allow you to reuse the GX attack on the Zygarde, so that in and of itself is quite important. It's an alright card, but it is, as it stands at the moment, an exclusive card. Maybe we'll get the full arts and rainbow rares in future sets, but there's no guarantee that we will, so, you know, something to bear in mind. Honestly, it's not as good as the other Zygarde, but it's still kind of cool. Now, in new news, we are getting a Pokemon TCG Forces of Nature GX Premium Collection, and it is coming in July, which we should be expecting, of course, because July is the Tornadus and Thundurus month. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting Tornadus and Thundurus GXs in July, which of course makes perfect sense because the shiny Zygarde is coming out in June, Xerneas and Eviltal in Forbidden Light coming in May, Raikou and Entei are in the Legends of Johto collection coming this month in April, which means our August set is definitely going to have Kyogre and Groudon GX in it. I am calling it now. Sun and Moon 7, our August set, has got to have Kyogre and Groudon GX. It makes way too much sense not to have them. It's definitely going to happen. But anyway, about this Forces of Nature GX collection. Well, you're getting a Tornadus GX promo, a Thundurus GX promo, a Landorus pin, a Landorus coin, 6 booster packs, and a code card. So just like with the Legends of Johto collection, you get 2 GXs, and the one that doesn't get a GX gets a pin and a coin. Now this is of course quite important because we don't have a Thundurus or a Tornadus GX at the moment. Now, to be fair, we did get Entei GX before the Legends of Johto collection came out, so there's nothing to stop them releasing between now and July, and then getting a reprint in that set. But one way or another, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting Tornadus and Thundurus GXs. That alone is pretty gosh darn cool. And I'm just going to put this out there, that one of the 2 Thundurus GXs, or EXs I should say, was pretty gosh darn good. I mean, one of them wasn't, one of them sucked, but one of them was pretty good. And both the Tornadus EXs saw quite a bit of play. The non-plasma one was absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to leave that here, and you can do what you like with it. But I think we are right to be cautiously optimistic. Another fun little pack, which has been revealed by Matthew Verive, is popping up in Target, Walmart, etc. It looks a little bit like this, and you get yourself 60 cards, an EX, an oversized EX, a packet of cards, a pin, and a code card and a coin. This seems like a really, really cool thing to buy a kid that's just getting into the game. They get an EX, which is always good, guaranteeing a shiny. They get a Jumbo EX, which everybody likes. They get themselves a pin and a coin, plus a pack and a bunch of 60 cards. I don't think it's something that the big serious players are going to get overly excited about, but I do think it's something that kids are going to like, and something that if you're looking for a present, this might be a good one to go for. And finally today, we've got some Ultra Pro products coming out, and they are all themed around Ultra Balls. And Ultra Balls are fun because they're the kind of thing that popped up on Pokemon Go. And my dad's like, what's an Ultra Ball? And I'm like, you know that really good Pokeball that helps you catch the ones that keep escaping from your regular balls? That's an Ultra Ball. You can see a picture here. We're getting all the usual things. We're getting sleeves, playmat, deck box, and we're getting a whole bunch of different sizes of folders. Personally, I think that playmat is pretty gosh darn cool, and I'm a big fan of the box, and given that I've been using a Pokeball playmat and box since I started playing the game, on and off, not regularly, but occasionally, it might be a time for me to upgrade to an Ultra Ball, but can I really do that without upgrading to a Great Ball first? I think you can answer that and all the other questions in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Zeraora. Tell me some predictions you've got for the GX. Tell me, do you think we're getting a GX and when do you think we're getting it? Give me some predictions for Tornadus and a prediction for Thunderous. And of course, tell me anything you want, ask me anything you want based on any of these stories or anything else, as long as you go nuts and be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, and do check out my other channel, Wossy Plays, for some Dragon Ball Super and video game action. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.